Hey everybody, Alex Kazora, SteelersDepot.com, back with some Pittsburgh Steelers preview and prediction for this Week 9 game to start Week 9 of the NFL calendar between the Pittsburgh Steelers and Tennessee Titans. Pittsburgh 4-3, Tennessee 3-4. Kickoff set for 8:15 Eastern Time. Let's talk about this game. We'll start with the Titans offense. I know Will Levis is coming off a really good NFL debut, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, and a win over the Falcons. I don't think they required him to do a whole lot, though. It was a lot of conservative concepts early, running the ball, and then they took their shots deep off of play action. And to Levis's credit, he knew where to go with the football. You get the ball near DeAndre Hopkins, let him pull it in and make plays as he can do, and he caught 3 of the 4 touchdowns. So there was not much of the traditional drop back passing game, and I think Pittsburgh can hopefully force that a bit more in this one and kind of make Levis play a bit more of the NFL style of quarterback play. And I think just having some tape on him, I think if you're Atlanta, you really don't know how they're going to use Levis. The tape's not really there. You're going off of preseason tape and Kentucky tape, and now that there's a full game, a full body of work to view, conceptually how they plan to deploy Levis in the passing game, that's going to be an advantage for Pittsburgh overall. But of course, the big thing is got to stop Derrick Henry to limit the effectiveness of play action, to force Levis to work in the 5-7 step traditional drop back passing game more often and kind of take Tennessee out of their rhythm and what they want to do. So getting Cam Hayward back officially off of injured reserve, that's obviously huge. How much will he play? He's not going to play, probably not going to play at least his usual 80% of the snaps, but even half the snaps will be good enough. So it's good timing there, especially with Minkah Fitzpatrick out. Got to tackle well, got to rally to the football. The safeties have to step up. You kind of wonder about, okay, can in dime packages, Neal make plays in space, Killebrew make plays in space? Those are concerns. The good news is the Titans receivers there's not an abundance of talent the way that we've seen with Jacksonville and the Rams. It's Hopkins, it's Chig Okonkwo, the tight end, the backs catch some passes. That's really about it overall. So there's a limited number of threats, some talent, and Hopkins is certainly still a dude, but it's a little bit more focused and centralized to a couple of people, and that should work in Pittsburgh's favor. Tennessee, defensively, it starts with their defensive line. It's a really strong front. Jeffrey Simmons is there. Cam Hayward never comes off the field. To me, Danico Autry is one of the most underrated players in football. He's been, sack production, run defense, really strong overall. They got a couple other guys there. The edges are talented with Harold Landry. Arden Key, a bit more pass rusher than run defense. Maybe you can run the ball a bit more on the perimeter, but you got to handle that defensive line rotation. There's Tart as well, who's a big run stuffer, but Simmons, Autry, this interior O-line for Pittsburgh has to step up of, say, Amalu and Cole and Daniels. None of them have been the guy that Pittsburgh was hoping that they would be so far, and so they have to play their best for this run game to do something, because as we saw against Jacksonville, if this run game just does nothing, if Jaylen Warren's your leader with 19 yards, it's going to be a long day for this team. And Kenny Pickett with the rib injury, he can't get hit. They got to have a run game that helps, win time of possession and reduce the number of snaps for Tennessee. And for Derrick Henry, that's going to be critical in this one. The Titans secondary is not their strong suit overall, especially after trading Kevin Byard to the Philadelphia Eagles. Terrell Edmonds, old friend from the Steelers, will be playing in some sort of dime or sub-package football there. The corners are not overwhelmingly strong. They tackle well. They're good run defenders. That's kind of the Mike Rabel personality, but hopefully on the outside, Deontay Johnson and George Pickens will have the advantage to win there, because on paper, they do match up well. Titans are primarily a zone coverage team, especially versus 3-by-1. They're going to play some more zone coverage, cover 2, some cover 3, inverted cover 2. They're going to do some post-snap type looks that'll try to test Kenny Pickett about who that deep half safety is going to be, but I think Pickett can handle it overall. So hopefully, again, the receivers win on the outside. The run game has some level of effectiveness, and if you do that, then it may be enough to win. Just a couple other quick notes here. Special teams will be important. Boswell, of course, has to be his usual quality self. And the punter battle is going to be important. I think in these, what you would expect to be kind of low-scoring, more physical slugfest, the field position battle is going to be critical. And the Titans have a really good punter in Ryan Stonehouse. As a rookie, he set the punting record for average, breaking Sammy Baugh's mark that was, 70 years old. And so he's having another great season. He's second in average this year. And so can Presley Harvin match that? Can Calvin Austin get a big return? Field position in games like these, short week, Thursday game, they typically determine outcomes. And then just note any trickery. Derrick Henry's got 2 passes, got a touchdown pass this year. They ran a fake punt the Titans did against Atlanta. Amani Hooker, the up back on a punt converter. They used the play action deep shot the following play. So I could see Mike Vrabel doing something a bit tricky, a bit funky here on the short week on the road to try to give his team a boost. So, my prediction for this game, and it may be more high scoring, and it's not going to be a big number, but for Thursday night in these offenses, I'm going Pittsburgh 24-17 as the outcome in this one. Again, maybe that's even optimistic on the point total in this one, but I just think Will Levis will come back to earth a bit. I think there's tape on him. Pittsburgh's defense won't make some of the mistakes that Atlanta did overall, and can Pittsburgh just win on the outside with their pass game, being the home team on that short week, Tennessee having to travel, and just Pittsburgh, close game, low scoring. These are the games that the Pittsburgh Steelers win and find ways to win. So I'm going to go Pittsburgh 24-17. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Of course, we'll have a recap of this game. It'll be very late tonight or really early Friday morning, but we'll have a recap of it and analysis throughout the week from the All-22. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Appreciate you guys watching, and we'll talk to you soon.